now consider naman yung problem regarding dun sa ating wind power plant, di ba? So let me first read the problem. So consider two locations A and B with average wind power densities of 250 watt per square meter and 500 watt per square meter respectively. If a turbine with a diameter of 40 meters is to be installed in a location A and a turbine with a diameter of 20 meters is to be installed in location B, what is the ratio of the wind power potentials in location A to location B? To take the density of the air to be 1.18 kilogram per cubic meter. So naghahanap lang sa atin ng ratio ng wind power potential. So let me recall yung air power natin sa wind turbine. That is basically yung kinetic energy, or when we simplify that, that is one half density ng air, swept area ng blade times yung mean velocity ng air natin raised to 3. So ang hinahanap is the ratio ng wind power potential. So we will simply get the ratio or the quotient of the air power ng dalawang location. So let me get the ratio ng power ng location B sa location A. So divide mo lang yung power ni B sa power ni A. So ito lahat yan na kay B, lahat naman to na kay A. So kung papansinin, maka-cancel out yung 1/2, diba? So maka-cancel out yung 1/2. Then maka-cancel out din yung, so basically yung area, since dun sa problem, binigyan tayo ng power density per square meter. So basically kung per square meter to, yung area mo sa both locations ay 1. So yung density, I think we need to take it as constant on both locations. So we might as well cancel this out. But wala tayong velocity, diba? So sir, paano natin solve to kung walang velocity? So take note, dun sa problem, binigyan ka na ng power density, which is basically yung power pero naka-divide ng area. So considering na yung area mo dito ay pareho, kasi yung per square meter, so meaning 1 yung area. Then ang gagawin mo lang dyan, i-divide mo lang yung kanilang power density. Hindi mo na kailangan hanapin pa yung respective velocities nila. In other words, we simply divide yung power density na malaki, which is 500, over yung maliit na power density. And from that, i-press lang natin sa calculator yung ating ratio. So we can now get the ratio of the power potential. That is 500 over 250. Makukuha natin yung ratio na yan as being equivalent sa 2.0. So yan yung ating answer dyan sa problem na yan. Okay, so let us also consider another problem sa wind power plant natin, sa mga wind power natin, with regards naman dun sa mga pwedeng pang maging question dun sa ating wind power. So let me read first the problem. A wind turbine and generator powers an off-grid load. The turbine has a power coefficient of 0.45 and a rotor diameter 35 feet. The load is three-phase at 480 volts and draws to 20 ampere with a power factor of 0.9. The wind velocity is 20 miles per hour. Air temperature and pressure is 77 degrees Fahrenheit and 1 atm. Determine the following. So maraming pinapahanap. Total ideal turbine power, actual power generated by the turbine, power generated for a three-phase system, and the turbine generator efficiency. So isa-isahin lang natin. So punta muna natin yung letter A, yan muna yung sasagutin natin. So when we say ideal turbine power, that basically means yung air power natin. And tulad nga na na-discuss natin kanina, air power is basically the kinetic energy of the air, which is 1/2 density times swept area times the velocity raised to 3. So, in this problem, kung titignan mo yung temperature and pressure, so that is 77 and 1 atm, kung papansinin natin, hindi STP yung 77, diba? Since ang standard temperature natin or STP natin pag English ay 60, diba? Degree Fahrenheit and 1 atm, then we cannot consider the STP to. But basically, what that basically means is we first needed to solve for the density. And we cannot assume na constant yan kapag hindi siya STP. So how are we going to solve yung density? So basically, yung density, gagamitin natin yung sa ideal gas natin. Diba? So ang density natin, pag may pressure tsaka temperature, i-divide lang natin yung pressure sa RT, diba? So that is pressure over gas constant, which is gas constant ng air, times yung temperature. So pirata, diba? Then yung area, swept area, given tayo ng rotor diameter, that is basically yung area ng siligan, pi over 4d squared. Then velocity, given naman yan, raised to 3 lang natin. So meaning ganito yung ating equation na mabubuo. Diba? So hindi na natin isa-isahin yan i-compute para isang pindutan lang sa calculator in order for us to have a faster way of solving this. Just be careful lang sa gagamitin nating units. Sige, so let us now have yung ating values. I-substitute na natin dito sa equation na na-form natin. So meron tayong air power is equivalent to 1/2 times pressure. So yung 1 atm, para hindi na tayo mahirapan, ginawa na natin 14.7 PSI. So in English units, pareho din naman yan. Then yung square inches ng PSI, para matanggal yan, kasi fit yung magiging units natin na kailangan later on, i-multiply lang ng 144. So therefore, yung unit ng pressure magiging pound per square foot or PSF, diba? So next, yung R is 53.34. That is foot pound per pound mass degree Rankine. Then yung temperature na 77, gagawin pang Rankine. So plus 460. Then bakit sir may 32.2? So tandaan, pag English units, para ma-cancel out yung pound force tsaka pound mass, kailangan may multiply yung pound force over pound mass ng 32.2. Kasi 32.2, that is pound mass heat per pound force second squared. So maka-cancel out yung pound mass, cancel out din yung pound force. So yung unit din ng degree Rankine magka-cancel out. So yan yung mga units na matitira. Feet, so feet square per second squared. So from this, we can also substitute yung ating other parameters such as yung diameter. So this pi over 4 times yung diameter na 35 square feet. So 35 feet square. So we can now cancel out yung dalawang feet para dito. And then times yung velocity. Ang wind velocity natin is 20 mile per hour. So yung miles per hour i-convert natin ng feet per second para hindi tayo mahirapan since naka per seconds tayo dito. So ang conversion ng 1 mile to feet is 5 to 80 feet. So cancel yung mile. And ang conversion ng hour to seconds is 1 hour 360 seconds. 3,600 seconds. So magiging feet per second raised to 3. So that basically means yung unit natin magiging cubic feet per second cube. So from this, pwede natin i-cancel out yung mga pwede pang makancel. So may dalawa kang seconds dito, so that will cancel out. May dalawa kang feet dito, so that will also cancel out. So ang matitirang unit ay foot pound per second. So basically, yun na unit ng power natin para sa power ng air. So let us just compute yung value na yon, and we will solve na yung value ng ideal turbine power natin. Sige, so lagay lang natin yung values and take note lang yung mga parentheses na gagamitin natin para hindi tayo mahirapan. Para hindi magkamali yung lalabas sa atin or hindi mag-error. So pag napansin nyo na nag-syntax error yung pag-press natin ng equals, then we needed to adjust yung mga parentheses natin most likely. Kasi pag syntax error, ang typo doon ay most likely tayo, diba? Kapag naman hindi syntax error, halimbawa mag-error o kaya dimension error, ibig sabihin yung sa mathematics na yan. Diba? Okay, so anyway, continue lang natin to para sa velocity. So times yung conversion factor, 5 to 80. And then yung conversion factor 4 seconds. So cube lang natin yan. So when we solve this, ito yung value na makuha natin. But take note of the unit, that is foot pound per second. So that is 27866.1445. So ang unit is foot pound per second. So ang gawin natin, since wala namang choices, i-convert na lang natin ng kilowatts yung units natin para hindi tayo mahirapan later on sa other values na hinahanap. So, paano ba natin, sir, i-convert to ng kilowatts? So, i-convert muna natin siya into horsepower. Then, from horsepower, babalik natin ng kilowatts. So, ano bang conversion ng foot-pound into horsepower? That's basically 550, di ba? Then, yung horsepower, 2 kilowatts, that is 0.746. So, multiply ng mga 0.746. Sige, so ganun yung gagawin. So, times na lang natin to ng 0.746. Tapos, i-divide lang ng 550. So, simply press equals. So, makukuha na natin yung value ng power natin. Total ideal turbine power in kilowatt. That is 37.8 kilowatts. Sige, so nakuha na natin yung sagot para dun sa unang hinahanap, yung letter A. Sige, so let us also consider in solving yung letter B, C, and D. And so, paano natin sarahan natin yung actual power generated naman ng turbine? Kung nasolve na natin yung letter A, yung ideal turbine power, at sa problem, given ka ng tinatawag na power coefficient, then we can simply solve yung actual wind turbine output. That is basically yung coefficient ng power times yung nakuha natin kanina na ideal turbine power. And we know that is 37.8. So we simply multiply yung power factor na 0.45 sa 37.8. Sige, so kunin lang natin yung calculator, then multiply natin to ng 0.45. So press equals, makuha natin yung actual power natin that was generated by the turbine being equivalent sa 17 kilowatts. So nakuha na natin yung letter B natin. So meron na tayong A, meron na tayong B. Kunin naman natin yung letter C, power generated for a 3-phase system. So pag binanggit sa problem na 3-phase system, that means yung power na kailangan mo dito ay yung ating electrical power in a non-alternating current. So for a 3-phase alternating current, yung generated power natin is given or solved by this particular formula. Square root of 3, voltage times ampere times the power factor. So laging ganyan yan pag 3-phase. And from the problem, given tayo ng voltage that is 480 volts and an ampere of 20, a current of 20 amperes. Substitute lang natin yan dito. Then yung power factor naman natin is also given at 0.9. So lagay mo lang yung values. Then we will compute yung ating generated power sa 3-phase. However, yung unit ng volt ampere, pag pinag-multiply mo yan, that is basically watts. So that's also the reason bakit natin convert kanina yung units ng kilowatts. So since watts yung lalabas dito, kailangan natin palitan yun into kilowatts. So meaning i-divide mo yan ng 1,000. Sige, so balikan natin yung ating calculator. Lagay mo lang yung values. Square root of 3 times voltage na 480 times yung ating current na 20 times yung power factor na 0.9, then yung unit conversion nga para maging kilowatts, so divide by 1,000. So simply press equals, makukuha natin yung value ng generated power as 14.96. So pag nakuha na natin yung generated power, we can now solve for the last question, yung turbine generator efficiency. So pag sinahanap yung turbine generator efficiency, we simply needed to divide yung generated power dun sa power ng turbine, which is yung actual wind turbine output. So, nakuha natin 14.96 yung isa, 17 yung isa. So, i-divide lang natin yung dalawa. Anyway, divide mo na lang natin to ng 17, that is 88%. So, therefore, yan yung ating answer. Yan yung ating mga answer din sa problem na yan.